Hey everyone, a bit of a promise video here. Here is a in-depth tour of my Allis Chalmers 310 diesel. It's got a 2-cylinder, no idea what horsepower, Kubota diesel. It's been professionally installed to my knowledge. The combination does work together. I did not build this, I'm going to say that straight out right now. I actually got it from a fellow YouTuber that contacted me and wanted to do a diesel tractor trade, and here it is. So I got this tractor here, which is, I'm guessing, a 70s, maybe 80s Allis Chalmers. It's a 310, so I believe that would mean it would have had a 10 horse in it. I could be wrong on that. I don't know a lot about the original tractor. Basically, the guy contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do a trade for my diesel for this diesel, and they threw in a John Deere tractor as well. So the way the story goes, the guy's uncle did the conversion, got it all running. They were using this tractor to pull trailers around out of a garage. I guess after the trailers were built, they'd use this to pull them out. And to my knowledge, I guess the starter quit working. It does still crank over. It does still run. I have not had it running as of yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bleed the injectors, make sure there's no air in the lines. I don't know necessarily how long it's been sitting since it has ran, but it has a brand new battery, which will be going to the John Deere. I'd like to try and get a bigger battery for this. I think that could be causing some of the issues, having too small of a battery in here. I don't know offhand, so I'm going to boost it off of a bigger battery, even do tandem batteries, and we'll try and get this thing to run maybe this weekend. I don't know yet. But it's a shaft driven to a junction in the middle of the tractor, and then it comes out to a belt drive in the back. I believe that's how the setup works. I have not been underneath this tractor as of yet to do a full investigation. I initially thought this had a hydraulic lift on the back, but it does not. It's just a dual trailer hitch. I guess for low trailers and for high trailers they had a dual hitch setup. There's that belt drive I was talking about. If you truly wanted to pulley swap this, I believe it could be done, but I'm not going to do it because it's still up in the air on what I'm planning on doing with this tractor. I might keep it, I might resell it. It does have a deck. It's a 54-inch. To my knowledge, all the deck stuff did work. Nothing seized up on the deck. The PTO seems to be there. The PTO seems to be moving. So I imagine I can put the deck back on and this will be a grass cutter again. Obviously, I don't need anything with a 54-inch deck. Basically, if I was to keep this, it'd be a plow tractor again or a tow truck. I got the tow truck idea from the guy I got this tractor from. And just going to say it out there, they're younger than me and they are pug fans. And as for the whole pug situation, I am trying to make amends with that entire situation. And I don't want to be the bad guy, and I don't want to be a goof and stuff like that. So that's where we're at on that situation as of right now. Here's a quick shot under the I guess you could call it the rear hood. Here's a better shot of how that drive line works. That's the shifter in the center. It's a 3-speed up, 1 reverse, no high-low. So it's a 3-speed transmission plus reverse. There's that little intermediate box right there. So it's a shaft driven off the engine that goes to a belt drive that goes to the back here. Just drop the seat down, don't want it to slam. It's got a brand new seat on it. Just to sit on this thing, this is a huge tractor. This is actually the biggest tractor I've ever owned. And I've owned a lot of tractors. This is for real the biggest tractor I've ever owned. So anyways, coming around to this side of the engine and the front of the end of the tractor, I actually just noticed this earlier. There's some cut wires here. I don't know what they necessarily do. I'll figure that out eventually. If I do go to sell this tractor, I'm going to clean this up quite a bit. There's actually a coat hanger right there running the kill for the diesel. It's got a throttle right here. It does move. So the throttle is obviously to idle it up and down, and the coat hanger I believe is going to the diesel pump. Sorry about the noise. It's the third time I'm trying to make this video and they have to be cutting grass at the school. If you click the key on, you get the little information center. I believe that's glow plugs, and that almost looks like a mower symbol. I could be wrong on this. This came out of the original Kubota that this engine came out of. So this is all part of the Kubota, and this looks like it may have been an hour meter, possibly. I'm not sure, but it does crank. To me, it sounds like it's cranking too slow. That could be a battery issue, or that could be fully related to the starter issue. They're supposed to send me a link for a brand new starter. I want to see about getting this starter rebuilt. So that's pretty much it. Later on this weekend, I'm going to attempt to get this thing running, maybe take it for a drive, and we're going to go from there. I do got to flush the radiator, and I said to do a couple things on this to winterize it. The oil seems to be fine. There's no water in the oil. It does have this tube right here, I think it's this one, as a bleed off for the excess oil that comes up to the head, and that's just running to a bottle in the back. I might end up changing that, I don't know, but yeah, it has plenty of compression. It sounds good when it cranks. I guess that's pretty much it. That's really all I can say about this tractor. So I guess I'll talk to everyone later. Please keep redneck like always, and please try and comment. And just last quick note here is the deck for the tractor. It's a 3-blade. I believe it's a 54-inch. I do have it written down what size it is, but here it is. All the spindles are good, and nothing's seized up on the deck, so this deck should be good to go right back on that tractor. And I do have all the hardware to reattach it.